talk about La Habana Perdida by Libby, Fischer, Hellman. I can't talk today. I read this one in Spanish. Loved it. Interesting. It's told in 3 different parts, and I feel like it's 3 different books. I loved the first part. I liked the second part. I didn't really enjoy the third part. The stories change, the characters change. You get connected to the characters, and by the time the third book is around, there's new characters and a new storyline, but I still would recommend it. The first part follows Francesca, 18-year-old daughter of a casino owner. In the midst of the 1950s Cuban Revolution, her father wants her to travel to America for her safety. And she struggles to leave the only place she has ever known as home. And she's 18, so she's really just getting to know Cuba anyway. There are other characters and storylines. The first part mainly focuses on Francesca. It ends in a very dramatic way that is not explained until later. And then the second part is the main character's son grows up and goes to Cuba, and there are some parallels that are really neat, actually. The second part opens in Angola in 1989, where Cuban soldiers are located for support during the country's civil war, right? A group of men go there they venture into a potential mining site. Yeah, I don't want to give it away, but you can read it. You can read all about it in the book. The way the first part ended is like, wow, but then in the second part, they don't explain that until later. Then the way the second part ends is savage. And anyway, I didn't enjoy the third part very much. The line they talk about the events in the first part of the book coincide with events that happened in Cuba around, what is it, the Cuban Revolution? Is it the 60s, the 50s or 60s? Something like that. The train, right? Right, that's the end of the Batista era and the beginning of Castro era, right? Okay. But it's all in the book. You can read about it. Very interesting book. One of the most interesting historical fiction books I've ever read. I recommend this book for sure, especially the first 2 parts, not the third part so much. Overall impression, incredibly interesting, creatively written book. It fits into multiple genres: historical fiction, historical suspense, thriller. There is also romance. We get to see glimpses into how certain businesses work. The stories really are told through different perspectives and span several eras and generations. La Habana Perdida by Libby, Fischer, Hellman. I recommend it. Very good book.